All right, guys, thank you so much for your patience. It's been crazy over here, but I feel like so much better today. Yesterday, I was like just crushed, worn down. My eyes hurt. So thank you for understanding. I really appreciate it. I'm feeling 10 times better, so I'm hoping that we can be on the upswing and get back to a normal schedule on tomorrow. So just wanted to go over the post that I did in the team page yesterday of just a calendar, but not only just for May, you guys, but this needs to be a duplicatable system. And it's something that I'm learning in the training that I'm in with Meg and some other 30 15 star diamonds. So I'm learning from the best of the best, and hopefully I can trickle that down to you guys. But one thing, and I know this from experience, when my business was first not seamless, because there's always little hiccups because there's always product launches and stuff, but when I felt like I had a good grasp on things and a good funnel to invite to is when I felt the most in control of my business, as well as seeing the biggest growth. So I need to get back to that, and we can do that as a team together. So this flow that we have for May, I'm trying to replicate in June and in July and in August. So we can try it for 3 or 4 months in a row and see what happens and see what kind of growth that we have. So one of my tasks that I will be working on is just putting together June, July, and August calendar. Okay, so that you always know what is coming. And I'm so late on this, but that we always know what's coming. We always know when we can offer people the next challenge group, the next free group. It gives us like, oh, okay, July 13th is a free group. Do we want to run the same one, or do we want to create a new concept? It'll be summertime, so it's fun to do like a summertime salad recipe and, a squat challenge or a run challenge or just a 15 minutes of exercise challenge. But so that is on my to-do list for next week, is to come up with this plan for basically the summer, so that we know what we are doing, we know where we are going, where our focus needs to be, and we can plan accordingly, especially with morning meltdown 100 or whatever that is with Jericho. So, but let's focus on right here, the next 2 weeks of May. We have the 20th is the free group. Okay, I have this written down wrong. Okay, so the 20th is the free group. Okay, so that's this coming Monday. So invite. The cool thing about free groups is that you can invite through the whole weekend. Like, it's Thursday night, but you can invite to this group until Sunday or Monday morning. I think last Monday I even had, a couple people join the last time that we did this, because it's free. Like, we're just in there providing them value. Like, and just giving them value. So I would encourage you that everyone who has told you no this month or no this year, to go back and invite them. Say, hey, I know that we've talked about health and fitness before, or we've talked about my nutrition groups before, and maybe it wasn't the right time, or maybe the budget wasn't in, maybe it wasn't in your budget. I just wanted to let you know my team and I are hosting a free group starting Monday. We're doing 8 live trainings to help you overcome common obstacles that we've come across, and how we've found solutions to them that most people that are common. Okay, so we're providing them value. We're giving them a meal plan that they can follow. They don't have to follow it. The point of the group is to provide them the solutions to the common obstacles. Okay, it's not to say here's the meal plan, it's perfect, but there is a meal plan, there's a shopping list involved, and it's a lot of valuable information. So invite everyone that's told you no. Put a post up tonight or tomorrow morning, and then again on Sunday for sure, like a last call free group, and get them plugged in there. And then you could even do Monday morning or Monday night. Like, that's totally fine. Videos are up. So definitely invite to the free group. Okay, so that should be your focus for the next 4 days, is the free group. Follow up with everyone who told you no. Get a few call to action posts up. If you have close friends and family that are willing to do a 7-day, follow the 7-day meal plan and be a part of that for you, to give you some credential, to give you some, here's my testimonial for the last 7 days working with Wendy, that's helpful, but not required. So doing the free group, and then we are in the works. I was going to try and do this Monday, but I don't think that'll work. So we probably will move it to Tuesday for a coaching story or event, working with Meg and Abby on this as well. So I'll have more information for you on this the closer we get. But Meg and I are working on getting something together for a coaching event to invite to next week. So stay tuned for that. People to invite to for coaching. Friends, family, if you're willing, if you're open to that. I know that I was a little nervous in the beginning, and still to this day, I hesitate to invite friends and family who really want to work the business because I don't want it to like cross paths. But you can do that. Top challengers that you see showing up, performing well, that you just genuinely think would make a great coach. People who've been following you for a while, people who are watching and liking your coaching call to actions, if they're liking that stuff, like they're intrigued, they're reading it. Inviting them to say, hey, I've noticed you're liking my posts about my coaching business or my virtual health coaching business. I don't know if you've ever thought about doing something like this, but my team and I are hosting a info session on blank day. Super simple, no strings attached, just to gather information. Would you want to jump in on this? And just inviting them to that. And I'll have that link in date for you soon. Okay. All right. Now, the real invitations that I'm doing right now that I'm really focusing on top of those two is this summertime shred. And the reason I named it that is I got on Etsy and bought a challenge pack package because after doing this 6 years and just not having a ton of time, I want my time spent with you guys, and I want my time spent on my business, not creating content. Somebody else can do the content part, and I can tweak it and make it sound like me and fit in things that I like and I enjoy and I think are important. So that is what I've purchased. It's a 28-day program. It has a tracker. It has point systems. So like if you were in To Be Mindset with me, I think it was March, we did something very similar. It was the same type of thing. This is just a new one. So I will be doing that. As always, what I always recommend my new coaches, some of you are brand new and we haven't even gotten a phone call yet. So what I typically tell new coaches to do is to stick with me for the first 2 to 3 months of your business and jump in my challenge groups and invite to my challenge groups. So this challenge group is I'm promoting it to start May 28th. It's the day after Memorial Day. If I do that, people are less likely to object that they cannot start on Memorial Day. Once I get everyone in the group, we can totally start on Memorial Day. It's totally fine. But what I've seen in the past is you say we're going to start that Monday and people are like, oh, I'm traveling now. I can't do it then. I can't start that group, so I can't start that day. So when it's like, it's one day, it's fine. So if people want to, they can jump in on Tuesday's workout, whatever. Excuse me. So with that, obviously you guys know that I'm all about To Be Mindset. However, I'm all about the containers if they work for the person. So I'm really not going to be a stickler on the nutrition path. I just want everyone to do what works best for them and for their lifestyle. I am going to be talking about a lot of the To Be Mindset principles and creating a lifestyle going into summer. It's worked really well for me. It's something that I'm super incredibly passionate about, that I want my clients to enjoy cocktails and s'mores and ice cream treats with their spouse and their kids and their family. But I also want them to feel in control of their food choices. And if you've been with To Be Mindset with me, you know that is a huge piece of it, is that you are choosing those treats and not letting those treats run your life before or after. And so we're really going to be focusing on that with nutrition, like setting goals of 4-day-a-week workouts. If you're following me 21 Day Fix or Fix Extreme, obviously there's going to be 7 scheduled workouts, but my goal for the clients is going to be that they get 4 of those, okay? I want this to really be a lifestyle focus, not a all or nothing, oh, I missed one day, I suck. I want this to be, hey, I got 4 days in during the summer and this is amazing, okay? So, so that's what we're focusing on. Even with nutrition, my goal is to say Can you like follow your tracker 5 days? Can you be mindful and intentional 5 days a week and then pick the other 2 days that you add in your treats, your desserts, your whatever the case may be, but setting this as a lifestyle and not an all or nothing. Program-wise, I'm really just recommending 3 weeks. So if you're in my Hello 2019 group, I've outlined like 21 Day Fix, Shift Shop, 21 Day Fix Extreme. The 21 Day Fix can be real-time workouts or the original ones, depending on the challenge pack that they purchase. But all challenge pack purchases this month get them access to the real-time 21 Day Fix. So if they're purchasing a challenge pack, which I'll talk about in a second, they automatically get access to the 21 Day Fix real-time. So those are the options. I also wrote in there like the last 3 weeks of Lift 4 because those are a little bit more intense, which I love. Those are like my favorite 3 weeks. So you go really heavy on week 6 and then you go into shred for week 7 and 8. So that is an option too if you're a lifter kind of person and you want to stay with that program, week 6, 7, and 8. And then I also did that for Transform 20 to do weeks 4, 5, and 6. I know I have a client that's starting and she's starting for the very first time in a long time. And so she's going to do Transform 21, 2, 3, and then, we'll roll right into the next group eventually. And that'll be a cool part. So if we can get people started with this summertime shred on 21 Day Fix, hopefully come June 10, when we run the next one, they can go into that, graduate into that next fitness program. And that's how we keep clients on. That's how we keep our clients out of this mindset that the program finished, so now I'm done. And I think that's what happens so much with 21 Day Fix is that it was promoted as a 3-week program and people just stopped doing it after 3 weeks. And they need to go again, okay? And you've heard me say that for your business. Do a program and then do it again. So invite to the summertime shred. I will handle all of the posting. I will handle the meal plans. I have all of that. Unless you are, Tara, I know you are like a meal plan queen. If you have meal plans you are willing to share, absolutely share them. Send them to me and then I'll put them in the proper place in the group and direct them to that. So summertime shred, so that'll run May 28th, but then I'm also going to run that again June 17th. Okay, so that, if I did my math right, that brings us 1, 2, 3. So June, that'll get like all of this first group of summertime shred into this next group. And if they did 21 Day Fix, they can do 21 Day Fix again, or they can try a new program. But we can also promote, I think at that time, 21 Day Fix and 21 Day Fix Extreme Real Time will be live and there will be challenge packs for that. Okay, so that's kind of the thought process on that. Once I run this summertime shred, we're going to do summertime shred 2.0. Okay, so it'll be again, but we'll have a different name so people know that it's not the same group. So, which is kind of cool because now you take everything that you did in this first group and you reapply it to the second group. So there's not more work, right? You just redo what you just did and your clients are super stoked. Your clients get to go through it again and they feel empowered and stronger going into that second round. So the other thing, after we get done with the summertime shred, I do have on my calendar and a thought to, in the beginning of the month, do a free group. And this might be where we can brainstorm some ideas. If you have some message in the message thread, some ideas for another style of a free group, maybe not overcoming obstacles. We don't want to like bog that down, but maybe, I don't know. I'm not creative with this, but I could also get on Etsy and I have no problem purchasing like a 7-day plan if we want to and run that. But I think that'll be a good way to keep the momentum of inviting open and have a place for you guys to invite people to. So June 3rd would be a free group. June 10, I tentatively have a nutrition group. We will see what happens and how busy and how life goes. That's tentative. But for sure, June 3rd, a free group, and June 17 will be Summertime Shred 2.0. Okay, so the challenge pack that I'm encouraging people to do for Summertime Shred is just the basic all access challenge pack for $160. So I sent you that script, and that's all I'm doing. I'm not going through Ultimate Portion Fix Nutrition. I'm not going through To Be Mindset. I'm not going through Pick the Lift Forward Challenge Pack, but this, I'm just keeping this super simple for myself and super simple for the clients, because once they get into that group, everyone's going to be doing a different program. So this allows them to see everyone doing a different program, and this allows them to have the basic kits of what they need to have. Beachbody On Demand. It'll come with, like, all of Beachbody On Demand has the recipes and has all that. One thing you can offer is to tag on a thing of containers, because the challenge pack does not come with containers any longer. So I think it's like $10 that they can add on containers. Also, or if you have some lying around, I know I have like 4 or 5 sets lying around. So anyone who purchases this month, I'll send those. But then also I'm offering them, the only difference that I'm offering is they can do a Shakeology or they can do the performance pack. So I mentioned in that script, Shakeology and or performance line, they can do a deluxe challenge pack and get both, or they can choose one or the other. But this way I'm allowing them some flexibility and some options. But they're getting basic. It's not like getting super crazy into all of these questions about nutrition and this and that. If I do a nutrition group next, so they can dive in and learn a little bit more about nutrition, they can purchase those programs accordingly within the 30-day period if they want to. But this keeps the conversation super simple, and it's a super low price, $160. They're basically getting Shakeology for a month and then getting Beachbody On Demand for $30. Like, that's crazy for a year. Like, insane. So that's the challenge pack that I'm working on. That's what I'm really like focusing on this month. And then of course, To Be Mindset, I'm just talking to people as I talk to them, because that's where a lot of my results have been the last year. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys can see where this is going, where I want this to kind of come to fruition for our team and for us. So I'm going to look at the month of May and what the calendar flow was, and we're going to duplicate that similarly in June, and then again in July with like holidays and kind of working around launches and summit and that kind of stuff. But trying to really make sure that we hit 2 coaching events, a paid challenge group and a free challenge group. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Thank you for listening. Any questions, comments, concerns, ideas that you have for a free group, please message in the New Coach message thread so we keep everything central. And we will see you guys later.